Hey everyone, and welcome to the VGA Podcast, episode 57. It's Caleb and Alex back with you again. And Alex, we have a lot to talk about today. What are you most excited to talk about?
Believe it or not, White Lotus, personally.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah, what about
excited to
you?
talk about that. Yeah, probably that. I'm the most interested about that one because I have some thoughts about the White
Yeah.
Lotus. So I'm
Yeah.
interested to see if we align or if we differ. It'll be an interesting
Mhm.
thing to talk about. But I'm also excited to talk about Minecraft because I've been
Yeah.
playing a lot of Minecraft and interested to see your thoughts on the movie.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's been a couple weeks, so
Yeah,
it'll be
that's
nice to
true.
talk.
Yeah, we have a lot to catch up on, like 4 episodes
Yeah.
of Daredevil. Because we only took 2 weeks off,
Right,
but they
geez.
decided to watch or to release 2 each week.
That's right. That one week they released 2 in a row. Huh?
Yeah.
Or at the same day. Yeah.
Yep, same day.
Okay, sweet. Well, I'll try to remember best I can.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little fuzzy on those, but I have some notes, so we'll get through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, our show today, we're going to be talking about the Minecraft movie. We're going to be talking about White Lotus, all of season 3, and then also Daredevil Born Again, episodes 5 through 8. And if we have time, we may talk about the Last of Us games. I just finished beating both of them, so we might talk a little bit about that before season 2 starts. And then maybe play a Guess the Game, and that'll be our show.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about the Minecraft movie. So we both went and saw the movie this weekend. I actually got my wife to come see it with me. So she...
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
she hasn't been to see a movie
wow.
since the last Star Wars movie that came out in theaters. So it's been a while.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So, so we'll give our thoughts and then we'll do a spoiler warning before we get into the actual spoilers of the movie. But Alex, I'm very interested to hear what you thought of the Minecraft movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I still kind of don't know. I think it's average. I was leaning like a 5-ish. I don't think it's anything special. But I think it has nice nods to the game for people who's played it and kind of know the secrets and stuff.
Mhm.
And it kind of had the one thing I liked about it. It kind of had like a quirkiness to it. Like it kind of knew it was weird and quirky, so
Yeah.
it kind of felt like a weird movie. But I liked that. I kind of liked how they kind of leaned into that.
Mhm.
But it still isn't what I thought a Minecraft movie would be.
Sure.
So I don't know. I think this is one of those movies where I didn't hate it, but I don't know if besides if I watch with my kids again, I don't know if I'd ever sit here and watch it again.
Sure. Yeah. I could see
So
that.
I would say 5 out of 10, just straight in the middle, average, forgettable, but not like terrible in my opinion.
Interesting. Yeah. I think I liked it a little more than you. I mean, my score would reflect that. I think I gave Minecraft a 7, and
Okay.
maybe it's just because I finally got my wife to go see a movie and it was fun watching it with her.
Maybe, yeah.
And
That's
we've
true.
been
That could
playing-
heighten it.
We've been playing Minecraft a lot. We built a new world, started a month ago, and I've just been playing it like crazy.
Mhm.
So while it was a really silly movie, like the plot, they kind of just breezed over most of the plot. There wasn't much there. I still found
Yeah.
myself enjoying it a lot while watching it. It's very fast paced, but I personally laughed a lot from it. I really liked Jason Momoa's character in this movie. I thought he did great.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. I enjoyed the references. There were a ton of memeable moments. I've seen some stuff online of memes from this, and
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I wanted, especially when hearing Jack Black was going to be Steve. Like I knew it was just going to be a silly movie that didn't take itself seriously at all. That being said, it's not one of the best movies ever made, obviously. But for what it tried to be, I thought it did it well, and I had a good time. So I gave it a 7. My wife gave it an 8, so she liked it even more. But yeah, so I gave it a 7. I enjoyed it. It's probably it may not be that memorable. I may not be going back to rewatching it, like you said, but I had fun in the theater.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was I don't think it was awful. I mean, I've seen people online say this movie was trash. It's not. It's entertaining. It's for fans, for kids, for people who played it like us. Like it's not a bad movie. It's the like you said, the plot line's kind of thin.
Yeah.
But you should kind of know that, first of all, going into like a Minecraft movie. I mean, what?
Yeah, you're basing it on
like no plot anyway.
Right, you're basing it on a game with no story.
Yeah, so I get what they're trying to do, and like I said, I liked the quirkiness. Like it was weird, but it knew it was weird. You know?
Yeah,
like, and so I liked that. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Plus, you're right. Maybe the experience of getting your wife out, to the movies again, and
and
my kids really liked it.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I watched this as a kid, it would be one I'd want to rewatch a lot, especially if I played Minecraft. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were cracking up. It was funny. I'll give it that. The movie was funny. I laughed more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
And my theater did go nuts with those freaking scenes you see online.
Yep. Yeah. But mine did too.
I was curious. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I'm old now, but I don't get it. Personally, I don't. But I mean, especially like the chicken jockey. Like I don't. What's so crazy? Like what was the point of like people going crazy in that part? Do you know? Like, do you know the thing behind it?
I think it's just kind of a rare thing that you see in the game that people like, I guess.
But like, why would people like screaming it in theaters?
I don't know. I feel like that's a meme that's spread around. I'm not totally sure. I'm also too old.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's old because I know like when we were like younger. I mean, I it's just a teenager thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting, but yeah. I mean, we can get into spoilers. There's not much spoilers, but we can get into spoilers.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert for a Minecraft movie. I enjoyed it. It's not something that'll engage your brain very much and make you think, but it will make you laugh.
Yeah. Yep. Good family fun.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. The first thing I want to say is I feel like they did the first night in a new Minecraft world pretty accurately in this movie. Like where you spawn in, there's you're just like, oh, what is this? What is this? And then it becomes night, and then there's just monsters everywhere, and you're scrambling to build a house. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was good too, and they actually kind of made it like creepy,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like how they did the Enderman kind of creepy too.
That was my favorite part of the movie. I thought they did the Enderman part really cool because, I mean, if you think about it, Endermen are one of the creepier mobs. If you look at them, they attack you and they can teleport around, and they definitely made him feel creepy in this movie. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked that scene because I was like, okay, they did do like the nighttime good. I think I personally wanted more building. I don't, because when we were, I mean, that's what Minecraft is. I don't know, like, building servers and just building your city and town. Like, I wanted to see more of that. Like, I saw like Steve's, built like amusement park. Like, I wanted to see them ride stuff in there. And,
I know that was surprising. Like, I saw that, I'm like, oh, they're gonna explore that whole place, and it's like a perfect thing to like, if they ever want to do a Minecraft amusement park, they have like basically an ad right here. Yes. But we never saw it. That was surprising to me.
No. So I wanted, that was surprising to me too. And I really thought there were going to be like more building, like kind of show them improve on their building. So I don't know. I didn't there. That's one thing I was, I guess expecting more is just more building.
That's one thing they kind of breezed through. Yeah. Like this kid's supposed to be so creative, and it showed him create something once and like, really fast and didn't explain anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they mined like once.
Yeah, they got some diamonds or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I wanted to see more of that, but maybe it's just because I don't know. I've seen so many Let's Plays of Minecraft, and I like watching that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it would make a good movie, but I find it entertaining.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, it felt very, I'm trying to think of the word, like it just, the quirkiness of it almost felt like I was watching like a freaking Dr. Seuss movie. Like it was all quirky. And weird and like in a good way.
It
like,
was, like Jason Momoa's character was the butt of like almost every joke. I'm kind of surprised he signed up for it, but he did it well, and it was funny. I enjoyed it.
He was funny. And I knew he was a little funny because I don't know if you ever watched like Fast 9, the newest like Fast and the Furious.
I don't know if I saw. I think Fast 8 was the last one I saw.
he was the villain in it, and you
Okay.
could like he was funny in it. Like he was like a funny like Joker type villain.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I kind of always wanted to see him in that comedy, so I guess
I feel like he was
I guess
pretty
this is it.
funny in the Aquaman movies, or at least the second one. Like he was a little more aloof and
Yeah,
like. So
yeah.
I knew he could do it, but man, he did it really well.
Yeah, he was funny. And then Jack Black is Jack Black,
Right? Yep.
Either love him or hate him. I love Jack Black.
Yep.
Um,
I do too.
and I thought the kid who played Henry, I don't know his actor's name, Sebastian Hansen. I'm looking at.
Okay.
I mean, he did okay. I mean, like the acting was all fine. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really have issues with the acting or anything. I mean, it's a kid movie.
Right.
I did think that seeing Jennifer Coolidge,
Yes.
White Lotus lady. I'm not gonna
Yes.
lie, those scenes were so dumb but so funny.
They
I was
were
cracking up.
really funny. I think those were Tiffany's favorite parts because when we do Minecraft, she like builds up the villages and works with all the villagers and stuff. And she was like, "Oh, it's a nitwit." And her Jennifer Coolidge is she like plays the same character and everything, but it's so funny.
It was funny, like her going on the date, like, oh, my ex didn't have any personality. Not like you. Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny.
It was like they just cut back to that every once in a while, and it was a good like
randomly
slow down, like it was. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, the movie was funny. Like it was definitely entertained.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Like,
Yep.
It wasn't boring. Also, I thought the ending was pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty good.
I almost
Fight
wanted to
scenes.
see more of that.
Yeah.
Even like them preparing for the battle. Like I almost wish they like built a castle or something. I don't know. I just wanted more building, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense in a Minecraft movie.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of just a little adventure movie, We gotta get this back, go there, go here. I don't think there's hardly a plot, right? He need to save his dog Steve, or what's his dog's name? Not Steve.
Dennis.
He had to save Dennis, and then it changed to they just gotta stop the mob queen or whatever her name was.
Yeah, one question I had, I never played Minecraft Dungeons. Did you ever play Minecraft Dungeons?
I did. Oh, I played a little bit of it. It was
Okay.
like on Game Pass a while ago.
Because it felt like go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I played like a few like chapters of it or levels or whatever, and it was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I kind of want to try it, but I never have. And it felt like some of these characters were maybe from that game, or at least the way the piglins are set up or something.
Yeah.
Like, because some of the bosses, it seemed like maybe were in a game, and I thought it might be that. But yeah, it'd be interesting to hear in the comments.
There's no Ender Dragon or whatever. Huh?
I know. I was kind of expecting that to be the big thing in this, is to go fight the Ender Dragon.
I was too.
But maybe they're saving that for a follow-up movie.
Maybe, because I thought that was kind of like the main, I guess, objective in the game.
It is.
At least it was when we played years ago.
You get the credits after beating it, so yeah.
Yeah. So I was surprised they didn't do that either. Yeah. But I guess they can't like.
They have a few things now they can do. Like, I mean, they could fight obviously the Ender Dragon if they do another movie. There's the Wither and the Nether Fortresses. Right. I actually just got to the Deep Dark in Minecraft and fought the Warden there, which is creepy. Like, there's so much stuff now that they could do later on in the movie, in different movies.
You know what? They didn't really go to like. I feel like they didn't go to a lot of biomes. Like, there wasn't really like a rainforest biome, or like they didn't see like the ocean. Or if they did, it was like a split second.
Yeah,
like,
they definitely didn't explore it. It was mostly the Woodland Mansion, which is cool.
Snowing. Yeah, that is cool. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was entertaining, but for me it was average. Like I didn't expect a Minecraft movie to be like this, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm trying to think. There's not really much else to talk about. I mean, the acting was okay. It was a quirky, funny movie. If you have kids or you play Minecraft, you'll probably enjoy it a little bit. So you're not gonna get your mind blown though, so don't go in like
definitely not
thinking this is the best video game movie ever. It made freaking bank though. Did you see how much it made?
No, how much did it make?
I think I think it's like, so worldwide the first weekend it made like 350 million or something.
Oh, dang.
I think domestically it made like 160 something million the opening weekend, which is like, I think it's the highest opening ever. It beat Mario, the Mario movie, for like the highest opening weekend for a video game movie.
Well, that means we'll probably get more of them, and we'll see the Ender Dragon at some point.
I'm sure. I mean, it's freaking Minecraft, and you have Jack Black, which obviously people like.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, I mean, it's Minecraft. Isn't Minecraft like the most popular or selling game and stuff ever?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. I mean, I still get random itches to play Minecraft.
Yep. Me and my wife did, and we've been playing it.
I know. I want to play it too. Shoot, do you guys got a server?
No, we just play on her world.
Yeah. On her world, yeah.
But yeah, you can join.
Do you guys play on do you have it on the PlayStation, the Switch?
I have it on the PlayStation and she plays on PC, but it's all like,
okay, like
cross platform now.
Yeah, all crap. Yeah. Yeah. I played on, like, during COVID, I was playing on the Switch.
Nice.
And I actually really liked it because I could, like, you know, just play in handheld mode.
Yeah, that's a good one to play in handheld mode.
Yeah. So I actually have a lot of friggin' hours on that friggin' game on the Switch.
Yeah, that game is a time suck. That's for sure.
It is. Are you guys playing survival or are you playing
Yeah, we started off on peaceful and just built up our stuff, but now we've turned monsters on and stuff. Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, despite how deep the lore and the plot was, I think that's all I have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of all I have too. I mean, there's not much. Yeah. There's not much to say. But it's not a bad thing. I make it sound like it's a bad thing, but I mean, it's a fun blockbuster summer movie.
Yep. All right. Okay, let me get this changed. Lotus season 3.
And I want to hear your thoughts on the other 2 seasons too, and ranking the seasons.
Yeah, I have my ranking.
Yeah. Okay. I have mine too.
All right. Let's talk about White Lotus season 3. So we're going to give our scores and our overall thoughts on the season, and then we'll go into spoilers. We're also going to be ranking each season to see which ones we like the best and the worst. So Alex, I'll go ahead and start on this one, and then you can give your scores. Okay. So I did enjoy this season, but I think it might be my least favorite season of the show. It was still good, but some of the scenes seemed repetitive, and there were some silly like character decisions and stuff. I gave this one overall a 7. I did like the dynamics between certain characters. Like, I thought it was an above average show. It still shot beautifully. And there were definitely some standout scenes for this season that I enjoyed. I kind of just feel like the ending was a bit weak in my opinion, and that holds it back a little bit. Yeah. Some of the other seasons had really strong, I mean, both the other seasons had really strong endings, and this one, it just wasn't my favorite ending. So, okay. I think I would put this at the bottom, but still a good show. Still enjoyed it. Yeah. So I gave it a 7.
Okay. I think I'm similar. I think out of all 3, I think out of all 3 seasons, I think this one's my least favorite. I gave it a 7 too. For some reason, this one, it took me a little longer to hook me into this season for some reason than I did the other seasons. And the ending, while I do agree that I think it's probably the weakest ending, I do think it had one of the most uncomfortable scenes to watch in the whole series for me. And also, I think it has the, it makes me, it's kind of spoiler. I'll say in spoiler, okay. But yeah, I get what you're saying, and I agree somewhat. But there are certain things I do like that this season did more than the other seasons. But overall, I think I would have to agree with you. I think the weakest out of the 3, but the acting's still great. The location's still great. Yep. The music still weird and great. And this season felt darker. I mean, you watched them kind of all back to back. This season to me felt darker than the other seasons. Yeah. Is that true, or am I just I haven't seen the other 2 seasons in a while?
No, I agree. There was, especially with the way that season 2 ended. I felt like, yeah, this one it was more like I felt like obviously in the other seasons, someone dies, right? But in this one, it felt like they could die more of a nefarious reason or like on purpose or like there was something hanging over the season that was a little more dark.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
felt more ominous.
Yeah, and even despite that, like some of the other characters, we'll get more into it in the spoilers, but yeah, it definitely seemed darker with some of the Ratliff family stuff was pretty dark, and it was a dark season for sure.
Yeah, and I also I think I will give this season credit in that sense where they to me excluding the final episode, like you said, to me they kind of did a good job with weaving the storylines and me kind of guessing, okay, anybody could be shooting anybody. Like they kind of weaved it, they kind of set it up to where like it really could be anybody.
Yeah, I agree. It could have been.
I feel like it did that better than the past two. Like the past two seasons, there was usually one storyline where you kind of knew where it was heading, or at least I did. Maybe I don't know. It's been a while. From what I remember, is like one storyline where, like, there was always one storyline where you knew, like, oh, these people aren't going to die. But this season, I feel like any of them could have.
Yeah, I agree. They did a good job of that, keeping you guessing.
Yeah. And again, the acting was great. What's his face? He was in Fallout. What's his name? Yeah, the guy you have up here. I can't remember the actor's name.
The actor's name. Walton Goggins.
Yeah, there you go. He did great.
Yeah, he was good.
They all did great. Even like Patrick Schwarzenegger. I didn't know the dude could act.
Yeah, I surprisingly, especially he did great. Yes, I agree.
And I feel like we'll get into spoilers when we'll talk about it. This is the kind of show where it's better at talking spoilers.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into spoilers. So spoiler alert for The White Lotus season 3. And we're also probably going to be talking about season 1 and 2. So
yes,
just fair warning on that too.
Yeah. So with Patrick Schwarzenegger, I feel like there's always one of those characters that is the douchebag and you kind of like end up liking him. But there was like a scene, and I don't know if maybe you remember, but it stuck in my head where he was talking to
Chelsea.
To Chelsea, yes. And then, what's his face comes back and she runs off to the beach and you can kind of see his face just like,
yeah,
I don't know, the way he acted. I'm like, man, his
facial acting in that scene, he looked like emotionally destroyed and I felt so bad for him.
Yes. Yep. And like I truly think he is trying to better himself. And I was actually hoping, and actually I read that Patrick Schwarzenegger even said this in an interview. He said he wished that his character would have like sacrificed himself for Chloe. He's like, that would have been a perfect arc for my character to go from like douchey to finally connecting with someone and trying to be a better person.
Yeah. And with how his character started, I did not expect him to be one of the characters that I like empathized with, but he did such a good job.
Yeah, seriously.
Of, like showing the growth. And, it was really good. Yeah.
Well, the acting was freaking great, and the season was just as weird as the other two seasons.
Yes. Very weird stuff.
Like that family is so freaking weird, dude.
Yeah, the Ratliffs.
So weird. The mob. Did you ever see Schitt's Creek?
I have not. No.
The mob reminded me of the mom at Schitt's Creek. It was. I actually have read a lot of people want to like watch that family, like the spin-off of that family back in the States. Yeah, going to Schitt's Creek because they're going to be poor. That's the whole theme of like Schitt's Creek is they lose their money and they go to like some small little town.
That's funny.
But so that scene I was talking about where. I don't remember. Tim was like gonna like making him drink the
poison
smoothies. Dude, that was so uncomfortable to watch. When I was watching that, I'm like, oh god, no. That's probably the most uncomfortable I've been in this whole series. Like watching, it was just so. Ugh.
Yeah, watching that for sure was like. I couldn't believe that he was doing it. Even though they built it up and like it makes sense because he's like he asked each of them how they would do if they were poor, and they're all like, "Oh, I wouldn't I wouldn't. And then he tried to like save the one who did Lachlan.
Mm-hmm.
But man, still.
I thought maybe this is my dark freaking Stephen King mind going, but I thought like Lachlan was going to die and he was going to find out that he was fine. Like they weren't going to lose anything. So like he died for nothing kind of. That would have been so dark.
That would have been, yep.
Or like if you would have killed his whole family and then like he got a call, oh, you're good, Tim. Just they something or whatever. Could you imagine that? And his whole family's dead.
Yeah, that would have been horrible.
I was almost wondering if that was going to happen, but it didn't. And I'm surprised Lachlan lived, to be honest. I actually thought he was going to die.
Yeah, I felt at a moment there, I was like, dang, he's just going to die here.
Because they showed him like under the water, like the whole like dying death scene, pretty much.
Yep.
So what did you not like about the final episode?
So, and like, I just feel like Rick, his acting was great, but the decisions the character makes are so silly. Like he goes and assaults the owner of the hotel and then he just goes right back to the hotel. Like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Seriously.
And
how come the hotel is not like, how come, the dude he assaults, like they own the hotel. Why don't they say, hey,
don't let this guy in?
Like, yeah. I guess you could argue that apparently that was his father, so maybe he's like let it slide.
Yeah, but he didn't seem to really like him, or like no. I don't know. He even like
that was random too. When she's like, "He was your father," it sounded like Star Wars.
I was guessing that he might be his father with the way he reacted to the name of his mother. And I thought it was going to be revealed before, like, and then maybe he killed him, but then he just killed him and then had it revealed. And like Chelsea, I liked Chelsea as a character, but like just how loyal she was to Rick was crazy, and it ended up getting her killed. And like she even said in the show that he would get her killed or something like that.
Yeah, it comes in threes or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, like,
it is.
I don't know. The ending just seemed like they had to have characters do things in a silly way to get to the spot instead of like really having it organically come together.
Organically,
yeah.
I agree. I agree, and I think it is. I think it is Chelsea's fault because even there's a scene where she even had a little spark with Patrick Wilson. Patrick Schwarzenegger. What's his character's name?
Saxon.
Yeah. They had a little bit of chemistry.
Yeah, and I think she noticed it too. Like when they on the bed, and she like immediately backed off and was like, "Nope, I gotta go."
Definitely. So like she picked the wrong guy.
Yeah,
he was trying to better himself, and what's his face
was not. Yep.
You just. And I liked that character. I agree up until that point.
Yeah.
Like, because to me, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're in a bad headspace, but even then, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know he is having like anxiety and stressing and worry, but that just felt very, like you said, it felt like just they're like, oh crap, we had a gunfight in the first episode. We need it to end. There needs to be something.
And then, like after the confrontation with his dad, he just kind of leaves and then goes somewhere else in the hotel. Again, at that point, just leave, just go. They know you're there. They want to kick you out. Like, I don't know. That wasn't my only issue, but that was probably one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, that was. I agree with that. What were your other issues?
The other things that I felt were kind of weak, like Tim's storyline. He did a good job of acting it. Of like being in a daze of the drugs and the alcohol and like his life's falling apart. But I feel like we got one or two too many scenes of that. It was just kind of repetitive.
Yeah.
They like some of the scenes where it cut to him like killing his family. It was like intense and crazy, but there were a lot of
like 3 or so times.
Yeah. It's like, how many of that are we gonna get?
I agree.
So that got a little repetitive.
They even ended a couple of the episodes like just on his face, kind of blah.
Yeah. And then I What did you feel about the Guy Talk and Mook storyline?
The
security guard guy.
First of all, security guard guy needs to dump that chick. She's only with him now because she freaking killed someone, pretty much. Be a man.
Yeah,
okay. But no,
I agree.
I thought that was, out of all the seasons, this season had the worst with the staff.
Yeah, I agree.
As far like the storylines with the staff, it was the worst this season out of all 3 seasons. And that was the worst storyline overall.
Yeah, because I was
that went absolutely nowhere.
I was like rooting for him at first to like, oh, go get the girl, like, but yeah, she turned out horrible. Like, I did not like her at the end.
No, I didn't either. I'm like, dang girl, okay. This dude needs to like. And he got her at the end, but I don't think that's such a win.
Yeah, was it worth it? Yeah.
Like, that was my biggest thing with this season is, while I think the guest storyline were entertaining, I do agree with you with Tim with that. It kind of lingered too long, like pretty much all season. And maybe that's a symptom of this season being longer than the other seasons.
Could be.
I do think the staff stuff. And even the main guy, that's the manager guy, was hardly in the season.
Yeah.
The other 2 seasons, they were like prominent in the season.
Yeah, and like the hotel manager in the first one was great. He like carried
the best one.
Yeah, the season. And so having this one where he was like kind of not there and had one.
I guess he just got to sing, I guess.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they built up the singing thing for an episode or 2, and then he sang like one line and they cut away.
Yeah, they did. He got his one line to shine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I mean. I that's why I agree. I still think it was a great like season and a great show, and I was entertained. But just compared to the other ones,
yep.
Yeah, I do think the Ratcliffe, is that their name? Ratcliffe family?
Ratliff, I think. Yeah.
Ratliff, yeah. They're freaking weird, but they to me they were probably the most interesting.
Yeah, for the majority of the season, I would agree. I think
especially the non-Tim stuff.
Yeah. Like the mom was really funny. I enjoyed her stuff.
Yep.
Saxon was like a good douchebag. Lachlan having this like identity crisis was interesting and like trying to fit in anywhere in this crazy family.
Daughter wasn't as interesting. She didn't get as much to work with.
I agree. Piper was probably the weakest of that.
Yeah.
Those scenes.
Yeah. But like also those 3 women that on the trip, they really had nothing to do with anything, did they?
No, not really. But I actually ended up like in the last episode, I feel like they were the most they had the best
like
scene
the
together.
And stuff. Yeah.
Like that was really cathartic because it was like they were all kind of fake and like lying to each other and stuff. But then when Lori finally was like broke down and just was real, and then they all kind of
finally
that was a good scene. I enjoyed that one in the last episode. So,
I agree, and I think they tried to set up the storyline, with their guy that
Alexi or
Alexi. So I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, you could have thought it could have been Alexi and his people that were going to shoot up the place. It could have been Tim. So like, I get what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And I do kind of, as much as they didn't really intertwine with the rest of the stories, it kind of felt like a realistic, like
friend group,
middle-aged women friend group going out on a vacation.
I agree. Yep.
I feel like that's exactly how it would be.
Yep. And I also liked Laurie's scene with that Russian guy who tried to shake her down for money. That was pretty funny.
I was like, oh, okay. Leave there. Yeah. And that
the girl chased her out. Yeah. It probably saved her life.
That's what kind of made her realize, like, I'm not this person. Like,
yep.
Laurie's kind of the glue of the friendship, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
But like throughout the season, to me, they were probably the weakest ones. While I do agree with you, I do like their scenes in the final episode, though.
Yeah.
And then you had the lady that was in the other seasons, or the first season at least. Belinda. Yeah. What do you think of that storyline with Greg? Greg's the only one that's been in all 3 seasons.
That's true. initially I liked that part. Like it was her feeling in danger and trying to figure out what happened was interesting.
Mhm.
But when Zion showed up, at first I liked him. I thought he was, a good kid, but like, I don't know. In that last episode, he seemed like
he was like cocky. Dude. Like, come on now.
Yeah, very cocky. He became more unlikable. So I don't know. And then like Belinda, after she got the 5 million, she kind of turned into Tanya with her speech to Porn Chai. It was like the exact same speech that Tanya gave her.
That had to be like
on purpose.
Intentional, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was exactly the same. Granted, in her defense, like I don't think she like promised anything like Tanya. Tanya was like promising and stuff. I think they were just talking about it.
Yeah, I agree.
But still, I see. Yeah, I agree with her. Still.
So I don't know if I like where it ended up, and I don't know if we'll see them again or not. But
what about Greg? Or was that his real name or his fake name? I don't remember which one's.
I think that's his real name, maybe.
Yeah,
Gary is the one he faked. Yeah. Okay. I thought he did a good job of being like menacing and like just.
It was kind of intimidating. Like, yeah, it's like weird, intimidating. Like,
yep.
But is his storyline kind of wrapped up then? Like, we don't need to see any more Greg, do we?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't think we really need it. I mean, we know he did it. He has his money. She has her money. Belinda has her money. I don't know really where they go from here with that.
Yeah. And also, like, are these White Lotus hotels like who's gonna stay at these now after three different White Lotus hotels? And this one was like an actual freaking shootout.
Yeah. With a celebrity there too.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah,
that's gonna get some media attention.
So how would you rank the seasons then? So this one's your least favorite. What about season 1 or 2?
The one
other thing I'll say on season 3.
Yeah, I have one.
Sorry,
more
before
thing too.
I let you do that. I do think this. While I don't like I don't like how it ended up there. I do think this was like the saddest death out of all 3 seasons.
Yeah, it was like tragic.
Chloe. Yeah,
Chelsea.
Like I think I was more sad. Or Chelsea. I said Chloe.
Chloe's her friend, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I knew. Yeah, see, I knew.
They have similar
I was
names.
just testing you. I do think she was the saddest death out of all 3.
For sure. Yep. Like Rick kind of brought it on himself, but like that is tragic. Her
she was
dying.
just like bystander. I mean, she kind of brought it on herself too, but she's like a kind soul kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like, But yeah, what were you gonna say? One last thing with season 3.
I think the underdog best character of this season was Sam Rockwell's character. He wasn't in it that much, but he had that monologue in like episode 7 or 8 or whatever. That was insane.
I was like, dude, what the hell am I watching? If someone like Carol walked in while I was watching this, she'd be like, what are you watching?
Yeah, that was so weird, but such a good monologue. Like, I don't know. He played it perfectly. I enjoyed that.
I did like seeing he went to the monks afterwards, right? He got the ending, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
He went to the monks. He's finding peace after all the craziness again.
Yeah.
Freaking Rick screwed him up.
He did, and he didn't really care. Like he thought about it for a second, but then just
all right, so yeah, how would you rank the seasons? Yeah.
Honestly, I think my favorite season was season 1.
Okay.
I think the hotel manager was the best, obviously, and like the death was surprising. But it made sense. It had like build up. It was like both funny and weird and shocking, and I don't know. I just and I think the interplay between the guests in season 1 was also the most actual like talking and interplay. This season definitely did have some, but I feel like the best was season 1. I feel like then I would probably put season 2 next. I think it was the best like shot. The story was a little more like, what's the word? Crazy. Yeah. Especially the ending. And
when she was like going to her that dude's uncle's house or something.
Right,
A weird
yep.
place with Tanya and all that weird stuff.
Yeah, so I think I liked season
That was
2.
the greatest freaking death, man. That was so realistic.
Yeah, that was
like she survived. She just
that was
that's something she would do though. That's her character.
Totally in character. Yes, absolutely.
I laughed. I don't know if that was supposed to be like intentional or not, but I laughed.
It was darkly funny. Like, yeah,
darkly funny. Yes.
So yeah, and like I think the camera work in that season was really good, and the intricacies between like what's her name, April from Parks and Rec, and that whole friend group was really interesting too. So I think I would rank them honestly top as 1, then second as 2, and then last 3.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, pretty much.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm flipped between 1 and 2. I'm not sure. I think I agree with you. I think overall, I think I like season 1 the most. But sometimes, like I think about season 2, and I like that friend group, the storylines with that. I love the generation with the dad, the son, and the grandpa. Yep. And I don't know, like I think I like the characters more in season 2, but I think I don't know. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 as well, but I could flip 2, 1, 3.
Yeah, I probably could too.
I do think season 2, like you said, it got a little more crazier and wild. So I think because season 1 was pretty. I mean, season 1 was pretty crazy, but it was like contained, you know.
Yeah.
And season 2, it kind of like, I don't know, opened up in craziness. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Tanya, her character cracked me up.
Yeah. Her character's crazy.
And I really liked watching that friend group because it was just weird. I mean, obviously this theme of season 2 was sex. And season 1 was money, and season 3 is religion.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm gonna go 2, 1, 3. Actually, the more I'm thinking about it, I just found the character dynamics in season 2 really interesting.
They were, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go 2, 1, 3.
Okay.
Right now, at least.
Yeah, I could flip. Yep.
Yeah, I could flip. I need to rewatch it because I mean, I watched season 1 when it came out and season 2 when it came out, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch them because since season 1 have like Sydney Sweeney too, and what's her face, Alexandra Daddario.
Yep. And then Sydney Sweeney's little brother is the king from Gladiator.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there's a lot of like.
That's right, because he wanted to like sleep out on the beach and stuff, right?
Yep.
Wasn't he like sail away or something? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, it's moving back to me. You know, now I think you're right. I think season 3 is definitely the weakest. I'm thinking back on those seasons and just the character dynamics and But as a self-contained story, like if I were to tell someone just to watch one season, even though they all kind of don't connect, I guess they kind of connect. I would say season 1's the best self-contained story.
Yeah, for sure.
But do you like the show? I know I told you to watch it, so
I do like it a lot. Yeah, I like the structure of like seeing like there's obviously been a death and then trying to figure out what's going on, and just like the intricacies between the characters is really well done.
Yeah, and I like the guy who created it, which, like you said, I had no clue it was what's his face from School of Rock.
Yeah,
even he said like, because people are like, oh, it's like a whodunit, but he's like, no, it's more of a character study show than a whodunit. It just so happens to be like, a whodunit that hooks you, but he's like, this is more of a character study.
Yep,
and I totally get it because each season obviously there's themes and I knew you'd like it. It's weird, it's quirky. And I don't think the show's for everyone.
Yeah.
But I know you would like appreciate the way it's filmed and written.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Good recommendation.
It's addicting.
It is.
Like whenever it ends, like I just want to know. Yeah. You did fly through it pretty quick. I'm impressed. But sweet. Yeah, I was excited to talk through this one because I don't know, it's I feel like this is a different kind of show than we normally talk about.
It is, yeah. Next season we'll have to do it week by week so we can throw out our theories and stuff. We just had so much stuff this time.
I know, we had so much stuff and we've been busy or sick. Yeah. So
cool.
All
right, let me change this.
What were you sick with last week, or was it the week before?
It was like a cold, or it was 2 weeks ago. It was like a cold. It hit me really. Maybe it was COVID. I don't know. It hit me really hard for like 2 days. Of course, during the weekend, and then like Monday, I was like, not that sick.
I actually woke up today kind of feeling like crap too.
Oh dang!
I'm like, is it starting? And I know it's not one of those like, when you wake up and you're tired. It feels like a body ache, sickness, kind of stuffiness.
Dang.
So we'll see.
Yeah,
but I felt fun enough to do this. So.
Okay.
Shoot, this is actually nice. It's distracting.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, what do we have next?
All right, let's talk about Daredevil Born Again, and we have episodes 5 through 8 to talk about. So we'll give our. Right. Did you watch all 8?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so we'll give our thoughts on it. Give each episode a score, and then get into spoilers. But we'll give a spoiler warning before we start talking about that. So, Alex, you want to give your scores on episodes 5 through 8?
Yes. Yep. So episode 5. Okay. So I actually really liked this episode, but it was such a weirdly placed and random episode. It almost felt like this was supposed to be like the series opener.
Yeah.
And they just like reworked it and had to fit it in somewhere because they rewrote it, so it felt really, and I think that's why they must have put 2 episodes out at once. This was the week they did that, because if they would have just put this one out, I feel like people would have been mad.
Yeah.
But all that being said, I actually enjoyed this episode. It was interesting. It was entertaining. Not the best episode. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
The next episode, I thought was even better. It finally got a little more action. This is kind of where it started. The plot, like I could kind of tell where the plot was going.
Yeah.
So I gave this one. Probably an 8 too, but like a higher 8 than the other one.
Okay.
Episode 7. This is the one. Okay, I'm reading my notes. Okay. Yeah. Kind of same thing. I thought it was a good continuation. I would give it an 8 as well. I mean, I don't think these episodes are like freaking 10 out of 10s or anything, but I think they're great. Like, I'm entertained. It kind of bled in from the last episode. Yep. I feel like 6, 7, and 8 kind of, especially 6 and 7, kind of felt similar.
Yeah.
So I get that one an 8, and then episode 8. Episode 8 I really liked. This is the episode where I feel like they're setting up. Well, I mean, there's only one episode after this, but I feel like this is the episode where, I don't know. I think we can get into spoilers, but I think the villain they used in the last couple episodes, I think it was a mistake focusing on that, because there's a lot more interesting things like they could focus on. And this episode is kind of like what I think they should have been focusing on the last few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoyed this one. I gave this one a 9 out of 10. I think it's probably one of the better episodes this season, excluding maybe the first episode.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're pretty similar, except for I think the big difference is episode 5. I don't think I liked as much as you. I thought it was okay, and it might be because of how out of place it felt. Like, I agree with you. It was just so weird. Like, it was...
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. And it was a lot of standing around and waiting, and like the bad guys were just like, I don't know, not very interesting. I still don't think it was a bad episode. I gave it a 6, so it was slightly above average. But it honestly felt like they filmed most of this for the like original version of the Daredevil show, like you said, like the opener or something. Like it had like MCU things thrown in there that felt a little strange for the tone of the show. I mean, it would have been, it's fine, but like, I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite episode, and maybe because of the placement of it.
For sure.
It definitely did. Yes.
Even the way it was filmed, it felt different.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Episode 6 and 7, I agree with you. They're pretty similar. I thought they were good episodes. I liked the atmosphere of it. The action was pretty good. It went a little different than I was expecting it to, and there were some things that I kind of wished would happen differently, but it still had some really good, intense scenes. I gave both of those an 8. I enjoyed them. And then episode 8, yeah, I also gave it a 9 like you did. It was a great episode, great setup. It felt like kind of a return to form where it had like great camera work and like it had some good dialogue and interesting parts where we'll get into it into spoilers because I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, that was one of the better episodes of the season, and I'm very excited for the finale. So I gave that one a 9. So yeah,
I think episode 8 did a good job setting up for the finale
for sure.
But we could dig more into spoilers, but do you agree with me where I guess you could even clump in episode 5 since it kind of didn't have anything to do with the plot. I mean, it kind of they threw in names that, but the and this isn't even a spoiler because he's in the trailers, like Muse. Yeah. So they focus on Muse a lot.
They do.
But I don't know. To me, there's just more interesting things to focus on.
Yeah, and the thing is, it seems like they're using Muse to justify some things that, I mean, they kind of already set up and have reasons for. So I agree with you. It could have focused more on other things. Like Muse, like the look of Muse is really cool, and the idea of that villain is really interesting. But yeah, I feel like they could have used him better elsewhere, and this kind of felt like a diversion, like a side quest on the path of the main quest.
Either use him as like a one-off villain or use him as the main villain of a whole season. They did like in between.
They did, yeah. They used him as a villain for 2 or 3 episodes,
Yeah, so it's like they pretty much dedicated 2 or 3 episodes with him, but it's not really having any. I mean, I guess it's moves some plot lines for Daredevil and stuff, but like he could have done that with
set up
someone else. Yeah, so we could talk about it in spoilers, but
I agree.
But overall, I mean, I know we have one more episode left. Overall, I'm really enjoying the show. I do not think it's on the level of the Netflix show, and I'm not trying to be like I'm an OG Daredevil fan. I don't think it's the level of the OG show. I really don't. But
I agree.
I still think it's way above average.
Yeah, I agree.
I still Marvel wise.
Yeah, I still enjoy seeing like Matt and Kingpin and stuff. Like, I'm glad they brought it back, but I also agree it's not as good as the Netflix show.
Is it just me, or does this show like it? It feels like smaller in scope. I can't explain it. Like in the Netflix show, it felt like an actual city. In this show, I feel like I'm seeing 2 or 3 sets all the time. Yeah,
I agree. And maybe because it's like a reboot, or maybe because it's Disney. So
yeah, I don't know. I was noticing out this episode, I'm like, I'm loving the show, but it's Fisk in his office, or Fisk in that dungeon thing, and Matt in his apartment, or Matt at his law firm.
Yeah.
So whereas like the Netflix show, I felt like it was like a lived-in city.
I agree. Yeah, it did a really good job of showing the city.
Yeah, but anyways, that's just a couple negatives I had. But yeah, we can get into spoilers if you don't have anything else.
Yep. So, spoiler alert for Daredevil Born Again, episodes 5 through 8.
Yeah, so my biggest thing is, why not just use Bullseye as the main villain and to get Matt to revert back? Why do the side quests like you said with Muse? Like, it's so much more interesting seeing Bullseye.
I agree. And like episode 8, him being like moved into Gen Pop and then having the scene with Matt, it all felt kind of rushed a little bit. Like, I feel like we could have had some of that in episode 6 and 7 if they didn't focus on Muse as much and had that mystery of like who like it feels like they're
who moved him, and
who moved him, and who even like paid him to kill Foggy. Like, some of that, it feels like they set up in the first few episodes and then they went away from it for a while. And now it's like all of a sudden, he was paid. We know this. Like, okay, why weren't you doing? Yeah, it seems a little fragmented, and that might be because of the reworking.
It has to be, right? Because there could have been scenes throughout the whole series with Matt visiting him in jail, or conversations, or him trying to figure out this mystery, and maybe Matt realizing that he might be the hitman, but he's not like the one who did this. Like there could have been so much like personal, like this is the perfect opportunity to have like that personal villain, man.
Yeah.
And they didn't utilize Bullseye the whole season.
Yep, and it would have been better for Matt's like, oh, should I be Daredevil or shouldn't I be? Like him struggling with Foggy's killer, and because Foggy's like always been trying to make him not be Daredevil, but like justice wasn't served really, and
maybe he needs Bullseye to figure out. Maybe Bullseye's like, oh, this guy who hired me, he's worse than I am, and him trying to figure out who this guy is, and Bullseye giving him tips or something interesting where you kind of need him, but you're trying to figure stuff out, but you hate him. Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of wasted potential, but I think you're right. I think it's like, I heard that this got a ton of like rewrites, and you could kind of tell,
and that's why it feels kind of broken up and fragmented. Yep.
Yeah, so I think if there is a season 2, I feel like season 2 is gonna be a lot more like streamlined.
I agree. Yep.
And so I've heard theories. So is Foggy alive, man?
I've heard that too. I don't know. I mean, they could pull something like that.
There's a whole comic book off that, man.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. How would you feel about that if Foggy was still alive?
I mean, part of me would love it, but part of me would feel like it undermined this whole season and like impact.
That's kind of where I'm at too, because I love Foggy, but like, I mean, the whole impetus of this season was that Foggy died.
Yeah, I guess you could work it to like, well, now Matt realizes, Foggy doesn't need to be his anchor. Foggy could be his friend, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about it. I mean, I guess I'd be okay with it because like there's a whole like comics based off of it, so it's not like they're just pulling it out their butt because people miss Foggy.
Yeah.
But I did read that like Foggy is confirmed, like the actor is confirmed for season 2 or something. But people are like, it could be flashbacks. Like, and so I don't know. I'm curious too, because I feel like the first episode they kind of threw in Foggy and Karen, like you were mentioning.
Yep.
And now I don't know. That's a good question. I'm very curious. I wish I could be in the writer room for these things.
Yeah. Hear what they're thinking.
But I don't know. I feel like maybe if he's, I don't know, maybe if he stays dead, that's, I don't know. I really like Foggy.
I know. I love Foggy.
I mean, and I guess that's the other thing. So this season with, I don't know. I don't find the side characters as interesting as Foggy and Karen. Like Foggy and Karen, like throughout the whole first 3 seasons of the original show, they like developed into their own, like they had whole arcs. And I feel like the side character, like his new partner,
Cherry,
as of right now, like not really interesting. And who's the lady that he works with at the law firm?
Kirsten.
Yeah, like they don't really have, they're just not as interesting to me.
Yeah, especially Cherry. I feel like they're doing nothing with this character. He's just there to move the plot forward when Matt needs some tips. Yeah. Like that's literally it.
Yes. And the one other thing I did not like, and this is me nitpicking, but I find it really convenient that his girlfriend is a therapist for both Muse and for Kingpin.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Like really?
He even says, did he say? I don't know. Yeah, it was.
He might have said something about that too.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty ridiculous.
Out of all like the therapists, like both Muse and Kingpin. Come on now.
Yeah, he did say that Kingpin picked her to get to him, and that's possible, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. But yeah, but then like Muse, like the big villain of season 2.
Yeah, I feel like Muse. We talked about it a little bit, but yeah, he could have been used so much cooler, like as a big bad for the whole season. Like he killed 60 people. and got away with it. But then he just gets himself trapped in the psychiatrist's office, and like it ended in a way where like that scary of a villain just kind of petered out. It was a little disappointing.
So anticlimactic.
Yep.
And also they're talking him up like, oh, he was trained by the best Taekwondo leader in the whole world, and that fight sucked. Well, okay, maybe it didn't suck, but compared to like
up to par, of the other seasons.
I mean, they're like building it up like, oh, he could fight. He killed his trainer that was training him. Like, I was like, okay, that's cool. So maybe we'll get some cool fight scenes with that.
Yep.
And like he dies.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of Fisk's task force.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I felt like they tried to use Muse to justify, but they didn't really need to. I mean, he's been fighting against vigilantes the whole time, and like White Tiger and the swordsman guy and Daredevil. Like they had other things that could drive that, not just Muse. So yeah.
Yes. I agree. I think Muse could have been cool. Like Muse could have been really cool. Like it's kind of creepy.
It was creepy. Yes.
They could have played into like that, like, you know, horror creepy vibe, and they just kind of didn't, you know, maybe for a scene or two, but
right.
And then it's just done. It's done. Like it brought Matt back going into Daredevil, but I just feel like you could have done other storylines than wasting a villain like that.
Right.
Like, why not weave it into like we were talking about with like Bullseye, like instead of having the first episode or two with Bullseye, and then now not the last, and then just the last two. Where's the other four?
Right.
Like, just weird. That was weird to me. But all this being said, like I honestly really am enjoying it. I think it's filmed interesting. I think I love what's his name, Charlie, whatever, the guy who plays Daredevil.
Yeah, Charlie
Cox. When I see him in interviews, it's so weird because I always just think he's blind.
That's funny.
But like, I love him as Daredevil. Like, he's Daredevil to me
for sure.
Like, and I love the fights. Kingpin's been great. You know, I'm still wondering. He made it sound like he really is trying to be better. He had like that conversation with Vanessa or something. Like, I told you, I promised, and then.
I feel like he is for Vanessa, but not for the city. I think that the port thing is all just like so he can enrich himself and take over.
Yeah. I do like that plot line with Vanessa. I'm so glad they didn't do the angle where like I'm going to betray Kingpin.
Yes, I agree.
No, have her be like a strong freaking female character. Like, and Kingpin knows you can, you know, that was almost like a test for him. Like, look, you trust me, then I'll let you have your kingdom too. Like, I love that. I'm so glad. I was so worried they're going to do that. Like, betrayal crap, and
that fits with her character so far. Like, and what I know of her in the comics, like she would never betray Kingpin from what I've seen, or like I haven't read the comics, but like the other stuff I've seen, like the Spider-Verse and all the other stuff. So I like that they went that route. Yeah,
I liked that too. It made me like her as a character more.
Yep.
So yeah, the Kingpin stuff is interesting. It's kind of interesting seeing like a brute like him trying to like you said, that episode where he's like going to these meetings and songs is funny.
Yeah.
And then this last episode 9 or 8, sorry, or was it 7 or 8?
8. Mm-hmm.
8. Okay, so there's 9 episodes, so random.
Yep.
Why not just go to 10?
Yep.
I really. Like, I feel like episode 9 should have been like we were talking about the whole season. Like, that ending was like, how cool. So seeing it, like, we got to see Bullseye, Kingpin, Daredevil in the same room again. You know,
that was cool. That was really cool. And the ending.
And how is the finale going to happen? Like, what's going to happen in this finale?
Yeah. So Daredevil took a bullet for Fisk from Bullseye after basically being the reason Bullseye got out. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Maybe Foggy will show up.
Maybe.
I'm
all
sure
the speculation.
Daredevil's going to have to fight Bullseye. Something like, does Daredevil try and go after Vanessa since she ordered the hit on Foggy?
That's good. What does he like kill Vanessa?
Yeah, I don't know. That would set Fisk
and does
off.
that like set Fisk off? You know, like that would be the final straw. I don't think Matt would do that. But,
right.
I guess that's kind of the whole theme of the season, touring of how far he would go.
Yep.
As Daredevil. How do you feel about his girlfriend, the therapist girl?
I think it's fine so far. I think they could do some really interesting stuff, like when she finds out he's Daredevil, and because she's very anti like vigilante, she thinks it's just like an immature thing to wear a mask. But I feel like
to me that's it's almost lazy writing. Like it's such a predictable conflict to have with like a superhero.
Yeah, and it seems very like how it seems very lucky that this person who's so involved in that, like writing books about it, and then I agree, the lazy writing a little bit with her having those two as clients and being the top writer about vigilantes. It seems a little convenient, but
yeah,
I don't know.
And we kind of seen it done better with Foggy and Karen when they found out.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about her, to be honest. I just want him with Karen. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's true. I don't dislike her as a character, but I don't know if she's right for Matt. Obviously, they had some issues this episode, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah. Well, when he's like, it feels fake or something, I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
Dude, you can't say that.
Not the right thing to say.
I know. Everything feels fake. I'm like, ooh, God. Someone told that to me. I'm like, my Lord. All right.
Yep.
But anyways, overall, like, I just realized this last episode, like this, because I was trying to give the whole season to kind of form my opinions, but I realized this last episode that it's definitely not as good as the Netflix show for me.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there still hasn't been a hallway scene that's like, I mean, the first episode had one kind of, and it was good, but not up to the Netflix show.
And even like, and I remember specifically like season 3 of Daredevil. I loved that season. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you remember a lot of it, but
some of it, but yeah.
I need to rewatch those ones.
Yeah, I want to now.
But that being said, like it's for the like reshoots and problems it had, and like with it being Disney now, it's better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
man,
I am excited for the finale.
There were a couple of things in this episode, like I don't know. So, like in episode 7, there was some really weird ADR stuff, like Kingpin looking away and he's obviously not talking, but his voice comes out. And some of the episodes seem inconsistent in that, because like episode 8 was shot beautifully. They had really cool scenes with like Fisk whispering so only Matt could hear. And like the blue filter thing on Bullseye was like shot really cool. So like, I don't know, it just feels weird how it's jumping back and forth between like shot kind of blandly and then shot really cool. And maybe they just like, I think they probably just added those random lines in and rearranged episodes, like episode 5. And because as much as I said I enjoyed episode 5, it tonally, the way it was filmed, everything about episode 5 felt way different. Like it was a different showrunner. Yeah, for sure.
And then tying it to like Kamala's dad, which I actually liked their relationship. I want to see him go to dinner over there.
Yeah, actually, that would be an interesting scene.
But it all just felt so random.
Yeah.
Like, as I was trying to think of it as like an episode on its own, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
like,
I could see that.
But it felt like a season opener, a series opener or something,
Right.
Oh, Daredevil, that's Matt. What's he going to do?
Yeah.
But I agree. Like I feel like they added, it kind of felt like Kraven the Hunter. Do you remember I still see YouTube videos of like that scene where they're talking in that freaking greenhouse or something, and it's totally off.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's kind of what I mean. This wasn't that bad, but that was terrible.
I agree.
But yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it, and I'm just glad to have Daredevil back, to be quite honest.
Yes,
and him back and it not being awful, because it's not an awful show at all. As a matter of fact, I would still say it's above average. It's a good show.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, excited for the finale.
Yes, very cool. All right. Well, let's talk about. I kind of want to talk about the Last of Us games because I just finished part 2, and before that I finished part 1 for the first time. And
okay.
I know there's a controversy around part 2. I don't really know exactly why. I don't know if it's the same as my issues with part 2 because I do have issues with part 2.
I'm curious.
But just to start off, part 1 was so good, dude. Last of Us is such a good game. I loved it.
To me, that is the perfect story-based game you could make, like it from start to finish.
It was the relationship between Joel and Ellie, the struggle of Joel, like trying to save her and keeping that secret from her, and it was all just so good. I loved it.
Oh, it was perfect. Yeah, it was like perfect. And it's a very like straightforward survival story. Like obviously part 2, it opens up. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
2.
Yep.
Episode 1 or not episode 1. Part 1 was fantastic. Still to this day, like it's such a good story. Like it's a good classic story, perfectly story-based game.
Yep. Agreed. So part 2.
I was gonna say, part 2. I don't know if you want to like put spoilers up because it's gonna be hard to talk about this game without spoilers.
I'll do that. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Spoilers for
we just can't talk about this game without talking about it because very controversial. And I'm curious to hear your reasons, and I'll say my reasons. And I also think I've mentioned in a text with you before, I actually think this game will be better in a show form.
It could be. It could
be.
Yeah,
I'll explain that when we get into spoilers.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, I put up spoilers. So we're going to be talking about The Last of Us Part 2, the video game, because I just finished it. So spoiler alert for that. So nothing good happened in that game. Like
pretty much not.
It was sad. It was maddening. Like I was frustrated through a lot of it. Okay, so first off, obviously they killed Joel off like right away.
Yeah. Right away. And like I feel like they took and expect you to play as his murderer the rest of the game.
Yeah, they even make you play as her before, leading up to the murder, and then that was frustrating. Yeah. And even before that, I was like, "Who is this girl? I don't really care." And then they just murder him. Like, and in the first game, he's like super careful, doesn't trust anybody, and then in this one, they meet these people, and they're just like, "Oh, come with us, and we'll save you," and it just gets him killed. And like, I don't know, I did not.
Oh.
The best part of part 1 was Joel and Ellie. And even in part 2, the best parts of part 2 were the flashbacks of Joel and Ellie.
Yeah.
Even though they killed them off and just took it away. And then so as a game, part 2 is a better game. As a story, part 2 is a mess. I did not like it.
Yes. I agree.
Like
100%.
The structure of the story is weird, where you play through the first 3 days in Seattle as Ellie, and then the idea of playing it again as a different character and seeing things from a different perspective is cool, but you don't really see the same things, and you're just playing as Abby, who I never really cared about. Like they try and make it so that you're supposed to care about her with her like redemption with the Scar kids, but they really rushed that. I didn't feel for this, like the connection between her and the Scar kids. Why is she even? I mean, she had a dream, I guess, and that's why she wants to protect them. But like, it did not. I did not.
Dude, the structure of this game was, storytelling wise, was freaking awful.
Yeah.
They structured this. I'm just gonna be straight up, and I don't know if it's controversial. I mean, a lot of people don't like it. But like the way they told the story was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah. It was so
I'm not even, like, I wasn't even necessarily mad about Joel dying. It was how he died and when he died, and also like making us try to care about his murder when he's like, she murdered our character. Stop trying to make us like care for her.
Yeah. Yep.
like what they. That's why I think if you do it in the show form, like, because obviously Joel's death, let's be real, is probably not going to happen in season 2. It may be the very end of the season.
Yeah,
but there's no way they're killing off Pedro Pascal in the first or second episode. There's no way in hell.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
So I think what you should do in the show is you should build up Abby as a character before any of this. Make us like her, make us feel for her, make us care for her as a character the whole season, and then slowly intertwine the two, you know, and not like in the first episode or the first or second episode. Like if you're gonna do the story of the game, you have to make us love Abby or root for her. You have to, otherwise it's not going to work. And it didn't work in the game, and it would not work in the show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was when I was playing this game, I was just baffled. I was baffled. Like I was like, what, 2 hours or how many hours in it was? It wasn't even that long in the game, was it?
Nope.
It was like,
nope.
Yeah, it was like a couple hours or something, right?
Yeah, it was. And I was like,
hours. What? You're killing off like the guy we played with the whole game, like the best dynamic, like you said, and the whole reason I played The Last of Us. You're destroying it in the first 2 hours. And
that was
anyways,
was silly.
What else were you going to say before I interrupted?
Also, they like tried to make you. Okay, I didn't care about any of the side characters in this game. Like they tried to make you care about Dina, who was probably one of the better side characters, but even then, I didn't really.
I would say she's the better one, but
and like Jesse, I didn't really care about, but more so are Abby's friends, who I hated. Like they were awful, all of them.
Yes.
Like Owen cheating on his girlfriend who's pregnant. The girlfriend is like fake and like plays nice with Abby, and then all of a sudden she's just yelling at her, telling her not to go to Santa Monica, and it's like I just didn't. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to make us like those characters in the show. That'll be interesting to see if they can do that.
I know. I remember telling you, dude, like the game is so controversial. Like it's like I still don't understand. I just don't understand the game. Like what they were thinking when they wrote. Did they do this to be like cute and like subvert expectations?
Yeah.
What were they thinking? Like
I don't know.
You hit it on the nail. The dynamic of Ellie and Joel was the best part. And like even in part 2, when they had their scenes together, I loved the game.
Yep.
It was so interesting. Like so interesting. And then they freaking kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I get frustrated just talking about it.
Okay, let's talk about the ending. Well, if you have something, go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's okay. We can talk about the ending.
So, the ending. So, Ellie had a chance to just be happy and be at a farmhouse with Dina and that kid. And then she decides, well, and then Tommy shows up, who this game ruined Tommy. Tommy was a great character in part 1. And then in this one, he's like, why would you go and tell Ellie that when she's happy? And like,
let her live her life, man.
Yeah. And then she decides to go and kill Abby, which, I mean, sure, that's like the whole point of the game, right? That was the whole purpose so far. And then she gets there, saves her, fights her, and lets her go. Why did she let her go?
Because she grew as a character, Caleb.
I guess. I don't know. Like that part.
What was the point of leaving in the first place?
That part would have been good for like a Mass Effect style. You choose your own adventure. Do you kill Abby or do you let her go?
Ooh, yeah, that would have been interesting. Yeah.
But like then obviously they can't have like I think they wanted to not have like a canon and a non-canon ending for the next part, whatever.
Yeah.
But her letting her go, it just makes the whole game feel. And then like that scene at the end where she goes to play the guitar and she can't even do that, and the house is empty and she's lost everything. It's like, God, I'm just so sad. This sucks.
I know. This game freaking sucks. Story-wise, at least.
Oh yeah.
It's depressing. Like she was happy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just and then you're right. Like at least if you're gonna leave and drop everything, then actually follow through with it.
Right.
Otherwise, what was the point? Otherwise, you I don't know.
You like lose everything still, and then don't even do the thing you were setting out to. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope. I actually thought the game went on too long, but it might just be because I was sick of the story.
No, I agree. It did go on too long. They could have ended it at the farmhouse. Like that would have been a good time to like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. That game. It's one of those games that it's so split. I mean, I think most people dislike it, especially the people who waited years for it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't, and I guess even you. I mean, I know you didn't play. You played some of the first game, so
I did. Yeah.
But even regardless of that, it wasn't well written.
So there was
right. The characters of Abby's friends were awful too. You're right. I forgot about that.
And at one point they have you fight Ellie as Abby, which I mean, I don't even want to get into that. But I literally, the first 3 times I did that, I just stood there and let Ellie kill me as Abby. I was like,
also, is Abby on steroids?
I don't know. I mean, for that part, like surviving the apocalypse and fighting zombies all the time,
freaking huge.
I could see. But yeah, she's pretty buff.
I read that she's not going to be like that in the show.
Yeah, I saw the actress who plays her, and she didn't look like that. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe she bulked up a little bit, but I don't know if she could bulk up like Abby actually.
Yeah, seriously.
This leaves a bad taste in my mouth, like the final season of Game of Thrones. To be honest, like it's.
Yeah, I will say
for how perfect the game was. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, it was really nice going. Like I finished part 2, and then I immediately went and watched the show season 1. And it was like, Joel and Ellie, like that's better. No? Yes.
And the crappy thing is you're right. I think gameplay wise, like the second game is better.
Yeah.
And I actually like the world is very like expanded in the second game, hence why they're going to make the second game into multiple seasons. And there's a ton of storylines and lore, and
some of the new enemies, like those stalker ones, were creepy. Like they're just like waiting around the doorway, peeking out and being like it's creepy. I was scared at some points. Like some of the gameplay was really good, but man, that story is depressing.
It's depressing, and it's out of order, whack, and they make you play Abby half the game, and you don't really give a crap about Abby, especially after you watch her murder Joel.
Yep.
How many memes I saw of like freaking golfing, like Joel went golfing.
God.
It was a brutal death scene too.
Yes, it was.
If they do that death scene like they did in the game and the show, my lord.
Oh yeah.
Right. There's no way they're gonna do it this season, right? Or at least maybe as like the finale, like a Walking Dead type.
I could see that cliffhanger kind of thing.
But they're not gonna do it right away, right? There's no way.
I don't know. How do you do that? It's the same guy who wrote the game, right? Is working on the show. Will he?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if he's like. You don't know if he's like.
I'm not sure.
Directing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if is he writing the episodes too or not?
I thought so. He did in part 1, I think.
He might be. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
All I know is there's no. I mean, could you imagine them killing Pedro Pascal? Especially because a lot of people who watch this show don't play the games, like my dad.
That'll be a surprise.
Like, can you imagine, like in the first episode, like he's dead? What are they going to think? Like, I'm very curious what people would think that haven't played the games or have no clue. That aren't video gamers or anything.
Yeah, that will be interesting. But maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe they leave it for the end of season 2.
They can if they were. If they're smart, they would. I think you have to build up Abby as a character we freaking love, especially if you haven't played the game. Like for people who don't know, like who Abby is, we got to make her love her. We got to make her. They got to make us as the viewer understand her doing that.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, it's not gonna work. That or maybe they just straight up don't show Abby and they just play her as more of a villain in the show. I don't know. I don't know how you do it, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the I don't know. Is there even gonna be a part 3 game?
I thought there was, but then I saw that the lead guy said there wasn't, so I don't know.
I don't know. So you watch, I know you didn't finish the show, and I know we'll talk more about it next week, but I'm just curious, like, your just quick initial thoughts on the show.
So far, I'm liking it. The only issue I have, and maybe it's because I'm playing part 2 as I'm watching it, is the actress for Ellie. I don't know, because Ellie changes a lot between part 1 and part 2.
Yep.
And I just don't see her, because she gets more like intimidating and more like revenge driven and dark. I don't know how she's going to pull that off. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. So I'm a little interested in how she does as Ellie.
The cast was pretty controversial when it first came out.
Okay.
Even for Pedro Pascal, like, people didn't picture him as Joel. But after watching the season, I was okay with both of them.
Yeah, I think she does a good job of part 1 Ellie, like the mannerisms and stuff. She doesn't look like Ellie to me, really, but she does an okay job as acting as Ellie. And I like Joel. I like Pedro Pascal as Joel. I think he does a good job. So, yeah.
And the guy who plays Tommy, I thought was good. Like, I think they're all that first episode in season 1 was so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I loved the first episode.
Yeah. That part
before everything happened. They hinted out throughout the whole episode, like, she didn't eat the cookie. They didn't have pancake mix. Remember, she went over like her neighbors and they were baking cookies, and like she had so many opportunities to eat something with like dough, and she didn't.
That was good.
But it was brutal. Even though we knew what was going to happen, that first episode was still sad.
Yeah, very, like, knowing what was coming. I was like, oh.
And the actress who played his daughter, I thought did a great job in that episode.
I agree.
And it felt ominous. It felt creepy. And I even liked the very, very first scene where it was talking about, fungus and stuff.
The cordyceps virus.
You could just tell you could just tell like it's a high production. Show. Like, it's good.
Yeah, and they're sticking pretty close to the game. They did make a few changes, but I feel like they were not bad.
Yeah, like just no spores.
Yeah, so the Bill stuff was changed a lot. Like, in the game, you actually have a whole mission going with Bill. But I really liked the Bill episode. I thought that was a really good episode, and so I didn't mind that change.
That was a great episode. As a matter of fact, I think that was the highest rated episode of the season.
That doesn't surprise me. It was like a really good bottle episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. So yeah, I think I have 2 more episodes to go. 2 or 3. And so next week I'll watch the first episode of season 2. We'll talk about all of season 1 and that episode.
Yep. Sweet. Yeah, I'm pumped to watch it tonight. Like, I'm not even feeling 100%, but I'm like, Kara, I gotta watch it tonight.
Nice. Yep.
I've been waiting for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and finish up season 1 in the next couple days.
Yeah. They're pretty long episodes, aren't they? From what I remember.
Yeah, they're all like an hour or more.
Yeah. The last one might even be longer.
Yeah, probably.
But sweet. Yeah, we'll talk about it more next week when you finish it. Because I have thoughts, but don't want to spoil anything.
Yep.
I mean, I know you know how it goes, but I don't know. It's still different because it's a show.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right. I do have a sound effect quiz instead of a music quiz, but we might want to save that for next week.
Interesting.
Because we have 30 minutes. So we can
let's do some guest games, so we can get some shorts and plus these are fun, and then maybe next week we really just have
The Last of Us.
Is it just Last of Us and the finale of Daredevil?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was there any movie? Wasn't the Thunderbolts or something coming out? Or no, maybe that's not this
soon. I don't know when exactly.
Yeah, maybe I don't think there's anything.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, okay.
All right, let's play Guess the Game. So we're going to be guessing games from these screenshots here. We have 6 chances, and if we get it in the same series, the number will turn gold, and Professor Oak will tell us we were close. And we'll get some hints up here too if we can't get it right. So, Alex, any guesses on this game here?
Yeah, I don't know, like maybe some sort of simulator or
Yeah, definitely.
or what's
like
that duck game?
The Goose Game, Untitled Goose Game.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
It definitely has that art style.
That art style is similar, but
let's throw out Goose Game and see what the next one is.
Looks like Perry the Platypus.
I don't know. Let's do Goose Game and see what the next one is. Okay, so we have a vault.
This is interesting.
Let's do simulator.
Bank heist simulator.
Yeah, maybe bank is a good one. Or is this like a submarine door or something?
I know. I was actually thinking that too because it has the bolts and then the submarine. It's just weird because the other one could have been in an office inside a submarine.
Yeah. Let's do battle submarine.
Overthinking it.
Okay, this is a PC game. What's her overall objective? Our guy I ran into earlier. This investigation.
Investigation. So is this like a detective type like game?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, are they trying to solve a crime or something?
64th Street, a detective story.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know this game.
That's it, right?
Turn-based tactics.
Oh, man. I don't know if I know this one either.
RCPD. Yeah. Tactic.
Man.
'Ironclad Tactics.
2024.
RCPD.
Raccoon City PD?
Oh.
Is there a... there you go. Operation Raccoon City.
Sure.
Never heard that.
Suspicious Development Limited. It looks like an XCOM type game, but I don't know it.
Just type in like suspicious something.
Yeah, I mean, that's worked before. How do you spell suspicious?
Really? There's no games called Suspicious?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Man.
I
am not sure, to be honest. Let's just do some random guess.
Yeah.
I'll be starting off this guess game good.
Definitely about a police department. So this is Artificial Intelligence Police Department. Tactical Breach Wizards. Never heard of that. Yep. Okay, well, that was a tough one. Let's see where we were. 720. Okay. Definitely a technical type game. What is it?
Oh man.
Is this
world is that?
Could it be like Alien Isolation?
Definitely has like a futuristic,
yeah. Unless you have a better guess, I'm okay throwing that
type
out.
Thing. No, you can throw that out.
Still kind of looks like Alien Isolation.
I know.
76%.
This is Dead Space 3.
Thinking, yeah, maybe.
I know the first two games have a way better Metacritic score, but the third one probably would have less.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this looks way different. PC, PS4, Xbox One. So this is like the map.
Is this that Prey or no?
I feel like we've had Prey.
Have we? We might have. I get confused if we've had Prey or if we've done like a.
This looks like
music.
What is it? Fear?
Mm-hmm. I thought there was just a fear, like just fear, but
Fear. Sure, it's with periods, right? Whatever.
it's called Fear Files.
Horror survival.
That map looks similar for some reason.
Yeah, it looks familiar. What about like Dying Light or something? Oh, this doesn't really look like zombie. It looks like something else.
I swear I know this. This looks very familiar. Survival horror on the Xbox One and PS4.
This be Evil Within? No, this looks too techy.
I was actually thinking. I was actually thinking Evil Within 2 because it has more of an open map. Excuse me, but I don't know. It looks too techy, but screw it.
Yeah, let's try it. Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's why it looks so familiar.
Yeah. I haven't played those. Well, I think I played a little bit of the first one.
Yeah, the first one was very linear, but that I knew I recognized that map because they kind of turned it more into like an open, not an open world, but like like sections.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Ooh, I knew it looked familiar. Yes, good job doing the Evil Within because that brought it back.
Yep. Okay, we got some kind of town here. Is this that pirate game?
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
it has that art style, and that's a cannon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. No.
Oh.
Metacritic score to be determined. Yeah.
I mean, it's like not out. What does that mean?
Yeah, or maybe it wasn't out when this was made, so 2024. I don't know.
So is it that you're right? That looks like a cannon. Oh, is this that what's that pirate game that came out that no one cared for?
I don't know.
What's it called?
Honestly,
I don't think it's it because.
Go ahead.
What's that?
I was almost thinking like, isn't there a new Counter-Strike? It kind of looks like a Counter-Strike map to me.
Yeah, I can see that. But is Counter-Strike, does it have like that art style?
Yeah, not really.
Well, the one I was thinking of was Skull and Bones.
Oh, let's try it. Yeah.
I have no clue what the art style is, but I know it's a pirate game.
Oh.
Maybe apparently this isn't a pirate game. Just a pirate game.
Yeah.
What is that on the top right? Is that like a guy with a horse head?
Yes, it is.
What?
Oh,
what is this? The Beast?
There's like, or maybe it's Battle Beats. There's something that looks like this. Or maybe it's Human Fall Flat. Oh, not what the character looks like. I don't know. Let's see what the next one is.
Yeah.
Multiplayer fun mini games.
This is. Oh man, I have no.
There is a game.
I honestly have no.
That's like Mario Party. Let me try and remember what it's called. I wonder if it's this. Is it?
That's like Mario Party?
Yeah, but it's not Mario themed. Is it? I think it's Pummel Party. I don't know if this is it.
Pummel Party. Interesting.
Let's see. Oh, it was. It is the Mario Party like game.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, nice. These are the mini games.
I would not have done that. It looks fun. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it does. I've never played it, but I've seen some videos with it in it, and it's basically like the board is like Mario Party, and then the mini games. It's just none of it's themed like Mario, and you can like kill each other or something with guns. I forget exactly. Wow, I did not expect that to actually be it.
Good job. You saved our butts there.
Okay, we got some blood splatter. Maybe a lamp.
I don't know. Is it that Zombie U game?
Oh, maybe.
That's like
Zombie U. Ooh, that would have been cool.
Oh, that would have been cool.
76%. Got a town here. I can't tell what this is. Looks older for sure.
Older or a Nintendo Switch game.
Yeah.
Hey, some of those games look like they have PS2 graphics.
No, yeah, I agree.
Man.
Silent Hill.
There you go. Yeah, some old. Yeah.
4. No. Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. Oh, there's a little Nazi sign there.
Wolfenstein.
So could be Wolfenstein. .3D. I don't think it's New Order, New Colossus, or Old Blood, or any of those.
I guess. Oh, I don't know. Maybe like a 3D remake or something.
Let's try this one. Let's see if it's at least in Wolfenstein. Ooh, it's not. What the heck? Action adventure. Shooter. Stealth.
This like Hitman or something?
I don't think so. This guy has hair.
That's true.
Shooter stealth. Is this a sniper? Sniper Elite? Nazi Zombie Army 2.
Nazi Army 2. Yes, it's that. It better be. Oh, boy.
2009. Parnasse.
Oh.
Yeah, what the heck is this?
I don't know. Sniper Elite? No, because it would have popped up.
Yeah.
Nazi.
World War II something? World War II Diaries.
Yes. How did you know?
Darn. Sabotage the Cannon, Countdown, Pandemic Studios.
I don't know if I know what this is either.
Red Faction. Let's try Red Faction. I don't know what that is, but I mean, I've heard of it, but
yeah.
The Saboteur. I have not even heard of that.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that. I have not either. Interesting.
Darn. Oh man, there's not much to go from here. This is for Meat Boy.
There you go.
Forever. 79%.
Familiar.
I don't recognize it at all.
What is this? This is Mega Man. I don't know. We always say Mega Man.
Yeah, I'm fine throwing out a Mega Man.
Mega Man X.
Or Mega Man X.
Sure.
Oh, it is a Mega Man. Dr. Wily. Okay. I have no idea which one.
God, there's so many Mega Mans. Mega Man
X7?
X7?
Sure. Oi, platformer. God. Mega Man 11. Yay! Woo.
Oh, thank God.
Good job. Good guess with the Mega Man. There's so many.
I know.
2018. Yeah, that
6
makes
guesses with how many Mega Man games.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
5 guesses. You missed the first one.
Very nice. Okay. Looks fun, but I've never really gotten into a Mega Man game.
Yeah, I've never like fully played a Mega Man game. I think I've tried a couple.
Yeah, I have too.
There's some diehard fans of Mega Man.
Yeah, I mean they're good games. I'm sure. I just can't get into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
The Witch in the Woods.
Yeah. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Little Witch in the Woods. No. 89%. Engage target in battle. I have a Y button here.
Is this like a Fire Emblem game or something?
Maybe.
Like a 3DS one?
Maybe it's Awakening.
Yeah, Awakening or Fates or something.
Yeah. Ooh, it's not.
No.
PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox Series. Talk. Acquired.
Oh. That looks like a... PS5, PS4, Switch, and Xbox Series.
The art style looks familiar for sure.
It does. I just can't place it.
Triangle strategy, was that only on the Switch?
I think it was only on the Switch. I could be wrong though.
Let's see what the next one is. Tactical RPG fantasy. That looks like...
Is this
Fire Emblem character?
I know. Not Triangle Strategy, but what's the other one? Maybe like... Is it like Bravely Default 2 on all of them?
I could see that. Yeah, let's try it. That might be right. Oh. Dang. Man, this art style is so familiar.
2024 too.
Yeah.
It's last year. Maybe like... Man, dude.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out that art style. I don't know if I know this either.
Trying to think. Who said it could be? Man, I really like the Bravely Default. Yes.
I know. That's like... That was my last hope. I don't know if I know. To be honest, I don't even know a guess.
Yeah. Ayuden Chronicles. Darn. Vanillaware. Oh, this looks different. This is a lot like Fire Emblem.
It is a lot like Fire Emblem. Like,
what the heck?
I do not know what this is.
Vanillaware. Oh.
This is... Oh, wait, what about that? Oh, I think I know what this is. Oh, what's it called? Unicorn Overlord. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of that.
I wonder if... I haven't played it, but I've seen things on it, and it looks similar.
Okay, let's try it. Nice! Now I want to play it. It looks just like
We're
Fire
on the right
Emblem.
direction.
Yeah,
It does.
it looks cool.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
The map is
The
obviously
2024
different.
is what got it for me. Because I'm like, there was a game recently that looked cool. I haven't played.
Nice.
I thought it was such a weird name for a game.
It is a weird name for sure. Okay, this is Rune Factory 5.
Exactly. Yep.
86%.
This is Zelda Skyward Sword.
No, it's not. But I don't know what it is.
What's that? Spiderweb or something?
This is Dragon Quest something.
It is. How'd you know?
11. GameCube. Technical Smash. Counter plus 2%. This is Vesperia. Tales of Vesperia.
Good guess.
Oh, it is a Tales game.
Oh, yeah.
Tales of Symphonia. Maybe. Is that on GameCube? Sure. Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
I have not played those. I just remembered I was like thinking through all the GameCube game like covers.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Yep.
That's funny.
That was a good guess. Yeah. Good job.
Nice. We got 3 more.
A+.
A+. Ooh, this.
That is
I don't know. Final Fantasy 4. Final Fantasy 4.
The after years.
Original release too old for Metacritic, but would have received a high score. The remaster was 63%. The Lunatic Attacks.
Is 63% a high score?
No, so the remaster must not have been good, but the original was. Is this like that Chrono? Is it Chrono Trigger? Did that have a remake that nobody liked?
Pretty sure. Oh, I don't know about no one liked, but I know how to remake.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to spell Chrono Trigger, apparently.
CHRONO. Thought that's how you spelled it.
Chrono Trigger. I don't know.
Sure.
Original platform NES remastered on the Switch.
Is this like...
Is this Dragon Quest? I tried Final Fantasy, yeah. Unless you have a better
Final
guess.
Fantasy on the NES?
I believe so. I don't know if Dragon Quest is, though. I don't know. Oh, what? Dragon Warrior. It is Dragon Quest.
Oh.
I literally guessed that, like last game we just looked at?
Yeah. Nice. Why does that always happen?
I don't know.
It's like we can see the future.
I would have gotten it here. I've seen that character before. Interesting. The remake must not have been good. Huh. Log off. Okay, bye.
God, dude, I don't know.
This is
Log off.
The Stanley Parable.
What is that?
I don't think it is. It's a funny game that I only played a little bit because it basically like has a narrator that tells you what to do, but you don't have to do it. So I started doing the opposite of what the narrator said, and my wife was watching and she got really stressed out and said I couldn't play the game anymore. Ooh, it's not.
Funny.
What is this? That's like live action.
There was a game that what's it called? There's only one. I don't even know if this is. Man, it does look live action.
Yeah.
Maybe
86%. Here, you keep thinking of that. I'm going to throw out Fatal Frame and just see what the next one is.
That's not bad, guess.
PC Mobile Macintosh. 94.
I don't know. Is this some like FBI game or
Detective?
Investigation detective? Didn't we guess the detective
I
story?
literally did, yeah.
What if this one's it? This one would be crazy. Oh, that would have been funny.
Full motion video point and click mystery.
I don't know. Is there like a detective mystery game or something?
Mystery Case Files, Dire Grove.
Yeah, sure.
2015. This looks so much older than that.
It does. Cornerstone.
Cornerstone.
I don't know. Maybe this is called like something Files.
Ooh, Files is good.
Oh wait, did you guess that one?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Beer Files, maybe? No.
Beer Files. That'd be funny too.
Yeah. Half Mermaid Productions.
Ames Pub.
Is this?
I don't know. Detective Simulator. Maybe it's some weird thing you log on. You can play as a detective.
The Dark Side Detective. Her Story.
What in the world?
Never heard of that.
Nope. I've never even seen anything about this ever.
No, that's weird. Interesting.
That is. Huh.
All right. Next one we get right, we'll be done.
Interesting.
Rats?
I don't know. What is this? This is.
Oh, is this
Crash?
Five Nights at Freddy's? Like sister location?
Maybe. Yeah, that's not a bad guess.
It might not be. It doesn't have sister location? Security breach, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, it's not. Original series, too old for Metacritic.
Oh. What does that say? For what?
I think it says grats, like congratulations, maybe? I don't know.
Was that like a... What is that?
I wonder if this is a Rayman game, like one of the old ones. Maybe it's just like Rayman. One of them was 3D. Rayman 3. PC, N64, and PlayStation. Is this
N64?
Gex Enter the Gecko? Have you heard of that game?
I have not, no.
This guy looks like a gecko.
He does.
Oh, yes, it was Gex.
Nice.
You don't
I have not heard of that.
Gex Enter the Gecko? Oh, he's so cool. He's like James Bond, but a gecko.
It sounds cool. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Let's see.
Interesting.
Oh, this one doesn't even move. I don't even know if I've played this. I think I've just seen the cover. Crystal Dynamics, don't they do the Lara Croft games now, or am I thinking of?
No, yeah, I think that
Yeah,
Crystal Dynamics.
They do the Lara Croft games.
The new
Tomb Raider games. Yep.
They need to do a new Gex game.
do a new Gex. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's see.
Okay,
how
that was
we
a
did.
good one.
Yeah. So we missed the first one. Yeah, the first one was Tactical Breach Wizards.
Yeah.
Then let's see how we did after that. I feel like we got 7 or something, or 8.
I think so.
So yeah, we got Evil Within, Pummel Party. We missed the Saboteur. Yep. Mega Man 11, Unicorn Overlord, Tales of Symphonia. We missed Her Story and got Gex. So yeah, 7. 7 out of 10. That's about our average.
Those are pretty good games.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Good variety.
Yep. There's some, I don't know how we got Pummel Party. Evil Within was a little dicey. Mega Man I had played. You pulled Unicorn Overlord. We pulled a lot of them out of nowhere. Tales of Symphonia and Gex. Very nice. That was a tough one. But that was fun.
That was. Good.
All
these
right.
are fun. I like these.
Yeah.
I feel like people like to watch these too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have anything else you want to bring up real quick before we end? Or we got
no, I think we covered everything.
Yep. So we got the finale of Daredevil next week, and we got the start of Last of Us Part 2 next week. And then we'll have I made a sound effects quiz, which will be interesting. And then
I'm excited for that, yeah.
Play Guess the Game again. Cool. Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining, and we will talk to you again next week.
Peace.